In this part of the training, we'll focus on Power BI desktop navigation. Basically, how to move around the tool confidently. The good news is that Power BI follows a layout similar to tools you already know, like Excel or PowerPoint. Once you understand the layout, everything becomes much easier. Let's walk through the main areas of the screen one by one and talk about what each area is used for. 1. Ribbon. At the very top of Power BI desktop, you'll see the ribbon. This is where most of the commands and tools live. If you've used Excel or PowerPoint before, this will feel very familiar. Let's start with the Home tab. If Power BI had a main menu, this would be it. Most of the time, when you open Power BI, you'll be working in the Home tab. Key actions in the Home tab. Get data. This is where everything begins. Get data allows us to connect Power BI to different data sources. Examples: Excel files, CSV files, SharePoint, databases. Without data, there is no report. Transform data. Transform data opens Power Query. This is where we clean and shape data before using it. We usually fix data issues here, not in visuals. Refresh. Refresh updates the report with the latest data from the source. If new data is added to the file or database, clicking Refresh pulls those updates into Power BI. If the report isn't refreshed, the numbers may be outdated. Now let's look at the Insert tab. New Visual adds a blank visual placeholder to the report canvas. Text box is used to add text to the report. More Visuals lets you add custom visuals from AppSource. Publish. Publish sends your report from Power BI Desktop to the Power BI service online. This is how others can view and interact with your report. Power BI Desktop is for building. Power BI Service is for sharing. The Insert tab is used to add things to the report page. This includes visuals to show data, AI visuals to now I see data, Power Platform tools to take action, and elements like text, images, buttons, and shapes to improve layout and navigation. New page adds a new report page. Each page is like a slide in PowerPoint. Visuals. Visuals are the standard charts and tables we use to display data. You can add visuals from here or from the Visualizations pane. They do the same thing, too. AI visuals. Next are AI visuals. AI visuals help explain why something is happening, not just show the numbers. Key influencers. Explains what drives a result. Decomposition tree. Breaks a value into contributing factors. Q&A. Ask questions using natural language. These visuals are great for analysis, but they are not always needed in everyday reports. Think of AI visuals as analytical tools, not presentation tools. 3. Power Platform. The Power Platform section connects Power BI with other Microsoft tools. Power Apps. Embed apps inside reports. Power Automate. Trigger workflows from reports. This turns Power BI from a reporting tool into an actionable tool. These features are usually used in advanced or enterprise reports. 4. Elements. Lastly, we have elements. Elements are not data visuals. They support layout, navigation, and design. Common elements: text boxes, buttons, shapes, images. Elements help explain the report, guide users, improve the look and usability. They don't calculate data. They help users understand and interact with it. The Modeling tab is where you manage calculations, relationships, and table behavior. You can create measures, calculated columns, new tables, set date tables, define parameters, and apply row-level security to control how data is calculated and who can see it. Relationships control how tables filter each other. If totals or charts look wrong, the issue is often here. For example, linking customers to sales allows filtering sales by customer. The calculation is where you create new calculations in your data model. It includes new measure dynamic calculations that respond to filters and slicers. New column row-level calculations stored in the table. New table, create a table based on a calculation or DAX expression, useful for custom aggregations or reference tables. Use the calculation segment whenever you need to add custom calculations that are not already in your data source. Measures are for aggregate calculations. Columns are for row-level values, and new tables are for calculated data sets. Mark as date table. Some calculations, like year-to-date or month-to-date totals, require Power BI to know which table is the official date table. Marking a table as a date table enables these time intelligence functions. The new parameter feature lets you create a dynamic value that can be changed by the report user or used in calculations. Parameters are useful for things like adjusting what data is shown without changing the data source, driving calculations dynamically in measures or visuals. Once you create a parameter, it usually appears as a slicer on your report page so users can interact with it directly. The security feature lets you control who can see which data in your report. This is done using row-level security RLS, which restricts access to certain rows in your tables based on user roles. The Q&A visual lets users ask questions in natural language and get answers as visuals automatically. Q&A is great for interactive reports, letting users explore data without knowing how to build visuals. Now let's look at the View tab in Power BI Desktop. The View tab doesn't change the data or calculations. It controls how the report looks and how we work on it. Think of it as the Presentation and Workspace Control tab. Themes. Themes control the overall colors, fonts, and style of the report. Using themes helps keep reports consistent, professional, aligned with company branding. Instead of formatting visuals one by one, a theme applies styles automatically. Page view. Page view controls how the report page fits on your screen, like fit to page, fit to width, actual size. This only affects how you view the report while designing. It does not change the published report. The mobile layout allows us to design how the report looks on a mobile phone. Mobile screens are smaller, so visuals that look good on desktop may not work well on mobile. Show pans. The pans section lets you show or hide different panels. Panels include filters. Controls which data is included in visuals. Filters can be applied at the visual page or report level. Bookmarks. Save the current state of a report page, including filters and visual visibility, for navigation and storytelling. Selection pan. Shows all visuals on a page and allows you to rename, reorder, show, or hide them. Performance Analyzer. Helps analyze report performance by showing how long visuals and queries take to load. Sync slicers. Keeps slicer selections consistent across multiple report pages. This is helpful when the screen feels crowded or when you want to focus on a specific task. The left panel in Power BI Desktop is your main navigation area. It allows you to switch between different views, and each view is designed for a specific type of work. Instead of doing everything in one place, Power BI separates tasks into views. This makes it easier to build reports, check data, and manage relationships without confusion. Knowing which view to use and when to switch will help you work more efficiently and avoid common mistakes. The report view is where we build and view reports. This is where we create charts and tables, add slicers, arrange visuals on the page. If you are designing or interacting with visuals, you should be in report view. Table view. Trainer says the data view shows the data in table format, similar to Excel. We use this view to check data values, validate columns, create calculated columns. We don't build visuals in this view. 3. Model view. The model view is where we manage relationships between tables. This view helps ensure tables filter each other correctly. If totals or filters behave unexpectedly, this is usually the view to check. The DAX query view allows you to write and run DAX queries to test calculations, analyze data, and validate measures. It's mainly used by developers to debug logic and understand how measures behave before using them in reports. TMDL view. The tabular model definition language view shows the structure of the data model in a readable, text-based format. It is used for reviewing, editing, and managing model metadata such as tables, columns, measures, and relationships, especially in advanced or enterprise scenarios.